Okay, now for the decorating part. Start with the bow, because the bow, you get the bow on, then you can put everything else where you want. I already made the bow up, but if you want to know how to make a bow, put it in the comments below, and I will do a video for a bow as well. So you've got your 4 tails, and I got to get it situated here, so I've got 4 tails. Don't cut the bottoms of your tails until after you get it on here. That way you make sure they're even and they're all going the right way. Because sometimes you just might cut the wrong direction depending on how you want to make your bow or your tails. And it looks like I got this way longer than I needed, but that's okay. I've got too much on that one. So you put picks on the end of it so you can stick it in your middle part here. Just lost my box. And you stick it down in there. Make sure it's good and tight. Less chance of it blowing off. Now for mine, depending on what you want to do, I put a little piece of wire around and wired it to the grape blanket so they didn't flop about. You can do that if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just decided to do that this year for our parents and Seth. And I'll probably do that for these 2 for Linda as well. So you have 3 bottom layers for your bow. These are wired ribbon, so just poof them up. And you got 2 on the top, so there's 5 loops at either end. You got your middle section. And the nice thing about this kind of ribbon is you can poof it up and it looks really good. Because it's the wired ribbon, easier to do. Or even the velvet ribbon's easier to do. So once you got your ribbon in there and all poofed up, then I need to find my scissors and we'll cut the ends of it. They're in the box. Got them. Oh, I keep knocking my boxes over. Okay, so this is pretty much a good size. So I always cut them like so that they're angled. And you want to make sure you angle it the opposite direction on the other side. Like that. And you're going to want to get the same on the other side. Sometimes the wired ribbon, depends on the ribbon, it's a little hard to hold to get cut, so just do your best. Okay, so the ribbon's done, except for if I decide to put wire on these. Next, I put pine cones. The pine cones I already wired to the sticks. Now, the wire that they have on these sticks already do not necessarily go really good around the pine cones, and you don't want them blowing away. So I take, which I did not bring out here, I take a longer ribbon that I use for the bows, wrap it around there, then wrap it around here as well. Just give it extra security so it doesn't blow away. You can put the pine cones wherever you want. I put them down the middle section usually, sometimes different, just to cover up that middle part now that you're done. Okay, next is the poinsettias, and I love decorating with the poinsettias. And here I went with red sparkly ones because your ribbon is gold sparkling. So some of these are longer than the other ones. The longer ones I like them at the ends. And then I fold them up so you can see them better. Shorter ones that go in between here. Wait, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I only got 6. So we'll have to do it like this. Don't put one in the middle. Just put them 2 pine cones there. I did decide to put berries on these, which I have not done the berries for quite a while. I don't know why, I just haven't. I've got a whole bunch of them. And I always like poofing them up, bending them over a little bit so that they stand out more. Okay, so the berries. These berries have berries on each end with wire in the middle. And this you can put wherever you want. I'll just make a pile there. And you just wrap it around and tie it off. No extra wire needed. It just gives you a little bit of color towards the outside. Make sure you wired it in a good place, not on the very ends. You want to make sure it's going to stay there. And kind of do it the same amount on each side if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to, however you want to do it. Just gives it a little extra color. I think I can't get it in between there, so I'll put it here on the end. A little bit more color there. Oh, make sure you don't lose them down in there and forget to pick them up. Okay. And just go and put them wherever you want. It's totally up to you. Put some on this pine here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and one on the end. So I'm going to keep it with that. Wrap it around there. Make sure it's wrapped at least 2 or 3 times so that it'll stay. And I'll put this down here at the end where this gray blanket is. Now you can put as however many as you want. My wire just didn't want to stay there, does it? Oh, see, I forgot one. I might add a few more just towards the middle of it because it's looking a little bare. You could also put more flowers on it if you want, or if you have some other kind of decoration, you can put that on there. So, let's see. I'll just finish the rest of what I have in my hand. Put them here and there. Just gives you that extra pop of color, which is always good. Okay, I think one more down at the other end, and we will declare this gray blanket finished. Like over here. Okay. Let me fold it up here for you. Not exactly. There's our gray blanket. And I'll have to cut some pieces of wire to wire my tails down so that they don't blow around, and it just keeps a more uniform look on it. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and maybe you will decide that it's not so hard to do, it just takes a bit to do it. So you guys have a great day and have a very Merry Christmas. God bless. Bye-bye.